The noble Mahayana Sanghata Sutra Dharma-paryaya, the part 14. The Blessed One said, by Shajasena they must exert effort. He said, Blessed One, which exertion of effort? The Blessed One said, by Shajasena listen, what is called effort is the demonstration of results. It is as follows. What is called the result of stream entry is a place of effort. What is called the result of one's returning is a place of effort. What is called the result of non-returning is a place of effort. What is called the result of arhatship and the cessation, that is the result of an arhat, is a place of effort. What is called the result of a pratika Buddha and the knowledge of the result of pratika Buddha is a place of effort. What is called the result of a bodhisattva and the place of the enlightenment is a place of effort. Bhajajasena, these are what are called places of effort. He said, Blessed One, how are stream entry and the result of stream entry to be shown? The Blessed One said, it is as follows. To make an analogy, one man planted a tree, and on that very day the tree took root, and on that very same day those roots went down a yojana. Another man who planted a tree in the same way, but on that very day it was shaken by the wind and that tree didn't take root. When this man removed the tree from that place, and also the other man said, why did you dig up my earth? And they quarreled and disputed. After that, at the time, the king heard that those two men were quarreling and disputing, and he sent a messenger saying, go and bring those two men. As you command, your majesty, he said, and raced off in great haste. He said to the two men, the king summons you. At that, one of the men became frightened and apprehensive, but the other man, without fear or apprehension, was led to where the king was. After they had been led there, they were seated in the presence of the king. Then the king said to the two men, sirs, why were you quarreling and disputing? And that the two men arose and addressed the king. Great king, please lend us your ear. Since we do not own any land at all, a tree was planted on a plot of borrowed land. After that, because it was shaken by the wind, it didn't put down roots, and neither leaves, nor flowers, nor fruit appeared. Great king, its roots didn't go down a yojana. And this man fought and disputed with me, saying, it's your fault. Nevertheless, since I am innocent, your majesty, please kindly understand that I am not even slightly guilty. Then that king sent for his 30 million ministers, and when they had assembled, he commanded, you should speak. The ministers said, what should we speak about? Have you ever seen or heard that on the very day a tree was planted, it put down roots and leaves, flowers and fruit appeared? In a week or half a month, make a determination of this case. And then those ministers arose from their seats and addressed the king. Great king, it is not appropriate for us to make a determination in this case. We are incapable of determining it. Great king, this is wondrous. For now, this man himself should be spoken to. Sir, is what was said true? Speak. He said, Great king, indeed it is true. The king said, on the very day a tree was planted, roots went down and leaves, flowers and fruit appeared. On that very day you say these words of yours are hard to believe. No such thing has been seen or heard. At that the man placed palms together and spoke these words before the king. Kindly go and plant a tree yourself. Please watch as the roots take hold. Then the king and the 30 million ministers went out together, and the two men were placed in prison. Then the king himself planted a tree, and that tree neither took root, nor did leaves, flowers, or fruit appear. So the king became enraged and said, you, go quickly, come back with axes for felling trees. They were fetched, and enraged at the tree planted by that man, he cut the leaves, flowers, and fruit that had arisen on that tree. As soon as he cut that single tree, 12 trees appeared. He cut the 12 trees, and there appeared 24 trees made of the 7 precious substances, together with roots, leaves, and shoots. Then, from those 24 trees, there appeared 24 birds with golden crests and golden beaks, the feathers made of 7 precious substances. And then the king was overcome with rage, and taking the axe in his own hand, chopped at the tree. From the tree that he had chopped, nectar appeared. The king was troubled by that and issued instructions. "Go and remove those 2 men from prison, as you command, your majesty." He raised off that very instant. The 2 men were removed from the prison and led to where the trees were. The king said, "Did you plant the tree that multiplied when it was cut and became 24? "The tree I planted didn't grow root or leaves or flowers or fruit." Then that man said, "Great king, you are not endowed with the sort of merit I have." And then the 30 million ministers knelt, placing both knees on the ground, and said to the man, "This previous king is not fit, therefore you should be king." Then that man addressed the ministers in verse, "A king's enjoyments is of no use to me, nor have I need of wealth or grain. Since in the Buddhas I have faith, among humans may I become supreme. May I go where the Tathagata is, to the sphere of nirvana, which is peace. The Dharma that leads home to nirvana, that should be explained to you." Sitting himself cross-legged, he then made this avowal: "Due to actions I did in past, I came to be in the king's jail, but by uttering this prayer, may my karma be depleted." And that 24 million birds with diamond beaks struck cymbals. Then at that time, at that moment, 32,000 towering places appeared. Each of the towering places measured 25 yojanas, and from each towering place there emerged 25 million birds with golden crests and golden beaks and golden faces. They uttered human speech. "When you, O king, cut that tree, the deed that you did was not good. In place of 100 million trees, there came to be just 24. You did not know what sort of being is the one who planted this tree. Due to this wicked act, you will later undergo unpleasant results." The king said, "I do not know the meaning of this. Thus, great ascetics, please explain." The bird said, "It is he who illuminates the world and will become its guide. From the prison that is samsara, he liberates all beings." The king said, "The person whose tree did not grow, that second person, who was he? What wicked action did he do, twice-born birds? Let it be told." The bird said, "The person whose tree did not grow, that was the foolish Devadatta, not having done even slight virtues. How is a person's tree to grow?" Then at the time and that moment, after the 30 million ministers heard this Dharma-paryaya, they were all established on the 10 grounds. They each gained clairvoyance. The king too was established on the 10 grounds and attained a clear realization of virtuous Dharma. Then the Bodhisattva, the green being Vajrayasena, said to the Blessed One, "Blessed One, due to what cause and what condition have the 33 million ministers come to abide on the 10 grounds and gain clairvoyance?" The Blessed One said, "Vajrayasena, listen, and I will explain." And then at the time the Blessed One displayed a smile. After that, at the time, from the face of the Blessed One there shone forth rays of light of many varied colors, 84,000 rays of hundreds of thousands of colors, such as blue, yellow, red, white, crimson, crystal, and silver light rays. They came forth and lit up limitless, boundless world systems. Then they returned, they circumambulated the Blessed One 3 times and disappeared into the crown of the head of the Blessed One.